How many of you, please, all of you, watch this for a second. Pay attention. Watch this. How many of you, by show of hands, every month pay a utility bill where you live? Whether you rent or own, you pay electricity bill. You see, I'm not asking you to do anything that you're not already doing. All I'm asking you to do is take the money that you pay every month to the utility company and rather give it to them, pay it to yourself. Because of two things are happening. You're putting equity into the house, okay? Your home valuation goes up. Every month you pay a payment, that home valuation goes up. And all I'm asking you to do is allocate those dollars to yourself rather than the power company. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we don't sell solar. We educate people on the difference from their power company and what solar looks like. And we allow them to make a common sense decision if solar is a good fit for them or not. And so he has paved a pathway to show what's possible. You know, when you do find the right people and you find the right product and service, you find the right compensation structure to go with that, and then build the culture around that, then you've got something special. And what I'm really excited about tonight is I know you guys have been down a few different ventures. You've tried some different things, and that's what it takes to be a good entrepreneur, right? Nobody usually ever comes up with one great idea and hits a grand slam. It doesn't work that way, right? Hall of Famers strike out 7 out of 10 times to get to the Hall of Fame, and they're considered heroes, right? They only needed three, right? They needed three good ones to make it. And so I'm excited tonight because I'm going to share something with you guys that I'm not coming on here to see if it works. I'm not coming on to test it out with you guys. The good news is, like Rick said, I did all the testing. I did all the failures. I did all the crap that I had to get to this point right now. And so I'm excited because what I'm about to share with you is a multi-$100 million, $100 billion industry. Okay. Electricity is a big thing. We all need it. How many of us right now are currently in a house using electricity? Just by show of hands, can I see? You don't have to show, right? I can see all these lights. I can see the internet's on. I can see all of that. So we need electricity. We can all agree with that. And what I'm going to show you tonight is one of the most simple programs. Okay. Many of you may have some thoughts about solar. You know, you've heard some things. You had some neighbors that had it. Some of you on this call already have solar. You're already a fan of it. And just like any industry, okay, when it's first getting started, and not that solar is just getting started, but it's really gained traction over the last 10, 15 years, is there's always going to be people that do it wrong, right? You guys remember the timeshare business back in the 90s? I mean, these knuckleheads were selling timeshares to 87-year-old women on Social Security that couldn't get on an airplane, but they're selling them a timeshare in Jamaica, right? There was no rules to it. They just wanted your money, and they didn't let you out of the damn hotel room. You thought you were just getting a free buffet, but it wasn't free, right? You were stuck for 6 hours. And why? Because it was the wild, wild west. There was no regulatory, right? They could do whatever they wanted. The commissions were huge, right? And so that's what's happened in the solar industry. There's been a lot of young people out there that sign up in solar. They're 19 years old. And what do? They go knocking doors, right? And they have no experience. They have no training. And all they want to do is make a big check. And so who pays that price? The homeowner, the customer. So when I looked at the solar industry a few years ago, guys and girls, I saw something so magical. I saw an opportunity of a lifetime. Now, I saw a huge mountain that I have to climb up to get us to where we want to go. We're still climbing that mountain, but we're in the right zone. We're in the right industry and the right timing. Over the next 2 to 3 years, every one of you on this call can be a multi-millionaire from helping homeowners save money. This is the beauty behind solar. We don't sell solar unless the homeowner can save money. So not only do we save people money, but I'm talking about saving tens of thousands of dollars for people. So isn't it a cool concept that you make money by helping people save money? And if you can't save them money, you don't sell them. That's our philosophy. And so we built something really unique. When I looked at the solar industry, I saw a few things. Number one was I saw all the solar companies in the US all trying to get people to join their company to teach them how to sell solar. They forced you to learn how to sell solar. And while they did that, they created a lot of great salespeople, which I'm grateful for. There are tens of thousands of qualified, good people that know how to sell solar, and virtually in all over North America. But the number one problem with all those pros is they don't have good qualified leads consistently because the only way to generate a lead usually in solar was knock on a door or buy it. That's how you had to, as a sales rep, get the lead. Knock on a door, which, by the way, who likes knocking on doors? Nobody. And worse, who likes their door knocked on from a stranger to sell them a $40,000 system? Nobody. It's almost impossible, but they get through it. They got to knock 100 doors to get one or two interested. No thanks, not for me. And that is not our model. So don't worry, don't hang up. All right. We're actually against that. Don't want any of you knocking on anybody's door. And so the number one thing was they needed qualified leads. And then I said, well, okay, if they need leads and they only can knock on the door to buy it, have they ever heard of this thing called like network marketing, affiliate marketing, team building? Because 50,000 people a month are downloading the Uber app. Did you guys know that? Right? It's pretty amazing, right? Not Lyft, not Uber Eats, not DoorDash, just Uber. 50,000 a month download the app to drive. Why? One, they need to make extra income, but two, guess how it works? I take a video of my car, I upload my license, I show the proof of insurance, and tomorrow I'm approved to go drive. How many of us agree that's pretty simple, right? Now, if that was network marketing and we could teach that and we could make money off all the rides, we might not be on this call because we'd have all been multimillionaires, but Uber doesn't offer that program. So I said, why can't we do that in solar? Why can't someone just simply put their name, phone number, email, sign up in a program, collect a few electric bills from people they know and bump into people on a monthly basis and send them into a software that has a sales rep that does all the selling and all the answering of the questions? So that's the model that we created. And so I'm excited here as I dive into this presentation that our program is similar to yours. There's no cost to join us. There's no monthly fees at all. There's zero cost. Everything we provide is free. We don't charge because we have better marketing videos or we add more to the app or we add more to the back office. No, 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 no. It's all free. Why? Because I believe that when it's free, you give every person 18 years and older an opportunity to be a part of it. Sometimes when something's $400, $500, we miss out on the Walmart worker. We miss out on the young guy at McDonald's who just doesn't see the value. He can't afford $400, let alone does he even understand why he would pay to do a business. How many of us have ever gotten that? I've got to pay to do it. Why do I have to pay to do it? Well, rather than throw the objection out there that, and paint the whole big picture and show them Robert Kiyosaki and the quadrants and go through all that, why not just make it free, right? Which is what you guys have already done. It makes it a lot easier to recruit. So imagine, ladies and gentlemen, that you're sitting in front of something that a company that you pay 6 figures to do a study has come back and said that 5 million people are going to go solar. How about California? You can't build a new construction home in California. It's mandatory that you have solar panels on that new construction. It's mandatory. You can't build it without it. And think about where we're going with that. Imagine a few more states that go that direction. We don't need them to do that. I mean, listen, I'm not necessarily for that, right? That's why everybody left California. But it is kind of good for us now in this business model that we're talking about. What's causing people to be open to go solar? It's not our sexy marketing video, right? It's not Rick and Chuck put me on with you 300 people on here that's causing the buzz. What's causing the buzz is your power companies. Your power companies are raising your rates every single year, and they have been since you've owned a home, but they've never done it the way they've done it the past couple of years. Look at California, up 16%, Arizona 14%, Texas 70%, Florida 18%. Just last year, Florida was up 18%. Maryland 56, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Ohio. Guys, this is just the states I'm highlighting because it's massive. These other states have 8%, 4%, 6%. The bottom line is you have no control over the rising cost of electricity for your home. Whatever that bill that they send you comes in the mail, you have to pay it. You have to pay it. You can't write an email to the office and say, you don't agree with this. This isn't right. The average annual increase across America is normally 4 to 6%. That's about the average. Last year, 28.5% Americans saw their electricity bill go up. So this is a really nasty thing, right? Like, I hate it that we're talking about this because it's not right. But when we're here at an opportunity, which is what all of you are on here to do, to look at an opportunity, we have a solution for these people. We now have an answer to help them reduce this cost. And so why do homeowners choose to go solar? Well, the number one reason is to save money. Of course, that's the number one reason. But the number two reason, and what they learn after seeing a short presentation, which is all we do, we just collect electric bills and show people the difference of their electricity bill compared to going solar and how the program works. The next best thing that they love is to control their cost. What do I mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is this, okay? And then after this, I'm going to play a little video for you. But I want you to understand how solar works, okay? And every situation is different, right? Every house is different. People ask me all the time, Rick, they go, how much is solar going to cost me? I could never answer that question. I got to ask you 5 questions first. How big's the home? Do you have a Tesla? Do you have a pool? Do you have a hot tub? What state do you live in? Do you have trees around it? A lot of questions I got to ask you. Once I get those questions answered and I see your usage of how much power, I can tell you exactly how much solar is going to cost you. But I just need that basic info. So what are we doing here tonight on this Discovery Thursday? We are discovering if you guys out there think that it makes sense to reach out to people, collect an electric bill, just like you did for the tax program, right? Collect the electric bill to just see if solar can save that homeowner money. Remember, if it can't save them money and it's not a good fit, we don't sell them. It's real simple. So we only sell people that we can save them money. So every client, when you get a commission, you're happy, you're proud, you sleep good at night, right? I'm not selling some Ponzi scheme crypto trading platform that I know is going to take the person's money and they'll be gone in Dubai in the next 6 months. You don't feel good about that stuff, right? But I feel good knowing I took a homeowner from a $300 or $400 electric bill, right? I think Chuck was almost at 500, man. He got a big house over there, and you can help them knock down $100 a month, $50, $60 a month, and over time save somebody 40, 50, Chuck, $94,000. Come on, guys, you get excited. So here's how program works, real simple. Today I got a $300 electric bill, okay? Joe Smith comes and pitches me Reach. How does it work? Number one, our goal is to get rid of that electric bill, okay? Always our goal is to fully get rid of it, okay? 9 out of 10 times we can do that. Where can't we get rid of the whole electric bill? You got trees on half the house. You don't want to cut them down, so you may only get a 50, 60% offset. You still save money. It still makes sense, but our goal is to get rid of the electric bill completely. And the way we do that is somebody doesn't need to pay any money down. If they have a 640 or better credit score, they automatically get approved, right? And so what's good about that is now no money down. I get rid of my electric bill at $300 a month. Mike's going to put me into a $250 a month solar payment. Well, the beauty is when I'm purchasing that solar at $250 and agreeing to that price, I know my price at $250 is $250 in 5 years. My price is $250 in 10 years. I'm locking in my cost. It never goes up on me, right? If I'm purchasing it. So that's the beauty of owner finance and solar is until that loan is paid off. Most loans are 15 to 20 years. Some people can want a 25-year loan because they want a really low payment. It's completely up to the homeowner. But the bottom line is eventually I pay it off. And then my electric bill is zero. And now the federal government is giving up to a 30% tax credit on these deals, right? And we don't know how long that's going to last, just like you guys with the tax program. We hope and pray it gets extended. For us, we've got 4 more years left of that bill being signed. So that's the good news. We've got a good amount of time to take advantage of that. I just want you guys tonight to just understand the basics. The basics are 640 credit score better, get rid of my electric bill, replace it with a solar payment that's less than my electric bill, and lock that rate in until I pay off the solar. That is the basics of all you need to know of how the program works. Why? Because the model that you'll see when I get into the compensation, we designed and we have software that you're just submitting the bill and it goes to our top sales reps. So all you're doing is submitting the bill. These guys grab it and they sell it. Now, over time, if you want to learn how to sell solar, sure, we got a great path. We'll teach you, we'll get you into the systems, do all of that. But in the beginning, just set up appointments. Just set appointments, build a team. Set appointments, build a team, and you're going to be off to the races. We win 100 out of 100 deals because we can sell so low to the homeowner and still make a healthy commission, while the other company sales reps, they can't even go as low as we can because the owner put the profit on top, so they have to start at a certain number where we start way down here. I know why all of you are here, right? You're all here because you heard you can make some money. Right? Some of you have friends in the solar business and making a lot of money. The only difference between most people making money in solar, they have to sell solar to make that money that they brag about. I got a friend that says, I made 800 grand last year, Chuck. Oh, great. What'd you do? I've been selling solar, man. I sold 163 deals. Man, that's great. What happens if you don't sell solar anymore? I don't make any money. That's scary, right? And so what I looked at is I said, man, somebody needs to put a real compensation plan together that allows someone like me, Mike, who doesn't want to learn how to sell solar. I've got no interest in selling solar. Why would I? When guys have thousands of installed sales, it's like saying, hey, I'm going to go do surgery on myself. Meanwhile, my neighbor has been a surgeon for 30 years, the best in the world. Like, come on, like it's crazy to think people want to just jump in and learn how to sell solar. It's really these young kids that are doing it because that's what these companies do, is they hire them to do that. So here's what we do, okay? And here's what makes us different. Number one, you join for free. There's no monthly cost, so it makes it easy to recruit. So people are joining and they're going to fall into either one, two, or three of all of these categories. A setter, what do? All they do is reach out and they set an appointment. You guys want to know how simple I made it? Check this out. Some of you are gonna smile. I created an onboarding document. It's a digital document. Just copy and send it to people when they join. And the document has two messages because this is how we get somebody started. I make a list of people I know and I reach out. And my first message is always just a little marketing tip for you guys. First time when you reach out to someone, always ask, hi, how are you? It's a really cool thing to do. It's polite, and you'll usually get a response back rather than just pitching them a sizzle video and going, hey, check, look at this thing, man, here. So, hi, Mike, how are you? I'm great. Chuck, how are you? Good. Hey, Mike, quick question for you. Chuck's asking me, do you own the house you're in or do you rent? Chuck says, I own the house. Great. If you own the house, you copy and paste the homeowner message. We created it. We tested it. It works extremely well, and it will allow you to collect electric bills because Chuck's going to look at it as not a sale, because it's not a sale. It's just a proposal. Chuck, I want to give you a proposal, show you the difference between solar and your power bill. Send me over your electric bill. I'll get back to you in the next day or two. If Chuck says he rents his house, then you copy and paste the renter message because what is that? It's an opportunity recruiting message because they don't own the house. So I want to recruit that person because the first person they can get the electric bill from is who? Their landlord. The landlord owns the house. So how simple is it when you onboard with us to go, hey, do you own your house? Do you rent? If you own, copy paste. If you rent, copy paste. That's it. I know it sounds crazy, guys, but that's how simple it is. So you can be a setter, just set up appointments. You can learn solar, become a sales rep, or you can be a builder, which is what most of you have done very successfully in your careers. So let's talk about the money, okay? The money's exciting. I've never seen this kind of money in my life, in my 20-year career in network marketing. Since I was 18 years old, I've been in this industry, and I've never seen the kind of money that's available right here. Check this out for 1 second. I'm brand new. I know nothing about solar. Chuck signs me up. I make my list. I reach out with that message. Right away, my sister sends a message back. She goes, I was just talking to my husband about solar. Here's my electric bill. Tell me about it. Wow, that was pretty easy. Why? Because people are talking. Home Depot's doing marketing for us, guys. Every time you leave Home Depot, they're giving you a little thing about solar. The problem is you don't need to buy solar from Home Depot, just like you don't need to do surgery on yourself, right? We got experts that do it all for you and much cheaper. So I reach out, get my sister's electric bill. I send it in. Deal goes through. My sister signs the documents. My commission is 10%, $800. Where does my commission come from? On average, when we do a house and the installers take their cut, they leave us with about 8 grand. Of that 8,000, we pay out 80% of that to our comp plan. We only keep 20% to operate the company. How can I do that? I don't have trucks. I don't have trailers. I don't have a big office. I don't have 400 employees. We keep it small, lean. We are the middlemen between the homeowner and the installer. Installers don't want to do sales. It's too much work to do sales and install. You got to pick one avenue or the other. So they need sales orgs like us. So we generate the leads, we sell the deals, they do the install. So your first sale, you make 800. Your second, average 960. Your third, 1120. Fourth, 1280. And your fifth sale, you've locked yourself in because these are permanent positions. You don't need to qualify for them every month. So you're locking yourself in as a setter 5, which means that now every time you bring a bill to the table and that homeowner says yes, you're making $1,400. Now think about that for a second. Some of you, you see it. Some of you are like, that's cool, Mike, that's not a lot of money. That's life-changing money to the 50,000 people that downloaded that Uber app last month. That's life-changing money. $1,400. They got to drive for almost 2 weeks part-time to make $1,400 minus their gas, wear and tear, all that crap that it takes. So think about the recruiting efforts that Uber has created. We can dominate that space because you can make way more money referring solar. And the other good news, you can still drive Uber if you want to get that quick pay, right? So 800, 960, 1120, 1280, 1440, you've locked yourself into setter 5. This is kind of what I call the kiddie pool, right? This is the shallow end. And this is where most people that you will bring on, this is where they just want to play. They don't want to go to a training class. They don't want to go to a super Saturday, a fast start. They're not there yet. Remember the mindset. Most people are work, go to school, get good grades, get a good job, retirement, social security, health benefits. That's the mindset of most people in America. So don't try to throw down their throat that they got to build this big team and they can make $100,000 a month. That's the big mistake I see so many people go. So we focus in right here with brand new people, just helping them climb a little 5-step ladder to get themselves to 1400. We don't need a fast start bonus. Why? Because would you rather make 800 per deal or 1440? Right? The fast start is get yourself to 5 and we allow you to lock yourself in. Okay. So moving forward here, our sales reps that close deals. So if you want to learn solar eventually, none of you will just start by selling solar. It takes time to learn, but you can. And you can make 38% of the stack, $3,200 for doing the solar presentation. Now, I was on with Chuck the other day and we were on for like not even 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And Chuck and even Michael, they go, that's it? And I was like, yeah. My guy Bobby's like, yeah, that's it. And Chuck, no, like, what do you mean? It's like, that's it? There's nothing more? No, what do you think? He goes, well, it's a no-brainer. Instantly, the light bulbs went off to Chuck to go, man, people can do this. This is duplicated. People can learn this. It's not hard. What's hard is selling in multiple states. But just learning how to sell in your state, we'll teach you in 3 or 4 weeks, guys. You can learn if you want, all right? Now, you can earn up to 70%. Let's not get into all the details, but you can earn a lot of money, average $5,000 a deal. All right, here's one of my favorite parts. Because some of you are big builders and you are good personal enrollers, meaning you go out and network and you can bring people in, check this out. Every time you personally enroll somebody directly through your site that we give you for free, that person joins your team. If they go out and set up appointments, you earn 2% of that deal lifetime on all the deals that person ever sets at Reach. If you find some other people that are selling solar in other companies, they're not loyal to that company. They are so unloyal, it's crazy in solar. They will leave tomorrow, right? Because number one, most solar companies don't pay on time. They're grumpy. They're unhappy where they are. People are open to leave. And what do they want? The better play, the better pricing, better technology, the better vision of going in a different direction. So it's easy to recruit solar pros, but every time you do, you get 2% of every sale they close. So imagine if they start collecting their own electric bills, selling their own deals, you get 4%. Well, $320 may not seem like a lot, but what happens over 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 2 years, and you've personally recruited a couple hundred people because it's free to join, there's no monthly cost, makes it easy. Well, now all of a sudden that 100 people doing one a month, I mean, guys, there's $30,000 a month just in this bonus, $30,000 a month, easy. But this is the kid money still. This is the shallow end money. Let's talk about overrides, because many of you on this call love overrides. All right. When you taste overrides, that's why Chuck and I and Rick were unemployable. As soon as you taste overrides in your life, you're not going to ever work for someone else, right? Not unless I can own it and have a piece of it, right? But overrides is the best money I've ever made. Okay. And here's how it works. Many of you already know, but for those that are new, it's real simple here in our comp plan. If, let's say in this example, you successfully set 5 appointments of homeowners that went solar. So you did 5 sales. You didn't have to sell it. You just teed it up, but 5 sales closed under your name. Now you're a setter 5. Your commission level is 18%. But now if I go on and I bring my friend Larry, who I saw on here, I love Larry, out in Texas. I bring Larry on and Larry sets up his first deal, which is his own house. You can actually sell your first house, your first deal to yourself, which is cool. And so Larry does that, and his commission 10% is $800. But my override is, because Larry's at 10%, I'm at 18. I make the difference between Larry's commission level and my commission level. So I'm earning $640 in an override on the first sale. I'm making $480 on Larry's second sale, $320 on his third sale, and $160 on his fourth. So I'm making $1,600 by helping Larry go 1 through 4. Why is Larry going to go 1 through 4 quickly? Because he wants to get to 1440 commission and lock himself in. He doesn't have to qualify for it. So what happens then to my overrides is your question. Do I lose out, Mike? Because now there's no differential. If Larry's at 18% and I'm at 18%, well, if you stayed at setter 5, then yes, you would lose out. But remember, we're network marketers. We're not thinking small. We're thinking big teams, right? It says in this example, Pro Builder 2, I need to have 3 teams. What is a team? It's just a leg, right? So it's Rick and his team. It got 5,000 people. Rick's my team 1. Chuck is my team 2. He's got 800 people. And Larry's my team 3, he's got 4,000. So I've got thousands of people, but between the 3 teams, I just need 15 sales generated. And my average override income for those sales generated, and they're mixed up a little bit, a couple set are ones, couple set are twos, set are four, but my override average is $8,400. So ladies and gentlemen, think about this for a second. Build 3 teams. It's free to join. There's no monthly costs. We provide the software, the marketing messaging, the tools, the text. You copy and paste. It's easy to follow. And you build 3 teams that do 15 sales, and you're making 100 grand a year. No, you're not doing this full time at all. This is part-time, spare time effort here. Now, by this time, you're probably saying, okay, I'm going full time with this thing. I'm all in. Because now you're saying Pro Builder 5, I built 5 teams, 5 legs, and I take a total amount of 50 sales. It doesn't have to be 10, 10, 10, and 10. It could be 70%. Team 1 does it. This guy does 5. This guy does 3, 2, 1. I just need 5 pieces of business to be written at least in one of the teams. And then everything else can come from the other teams. That's the beauty. Why? Because remember, as Rick said, I come from the field. I'm not going to do stupid stuff that frustrates all of us in the industry. I got to have 5 legs evenly spread out. Where does that ever happen? You always have one monster team, big leg, second good team, a weak 3rd team, a weak 4th team, and a weak 5th team. But all here I need is 1 out of my 5th, a couple out of 4, and the rest out of 2 and 3. So this is based on all volume. I just use the sales as the example. So it's all based on revenue. Remember, the average sale that comes in is 8,000 revenue. We allow you to count the full 8,000 towards your volume goals. When you enroll, you will see, I'll show you where the full comp plan breakdown, the PDF, every question you want to ask me right now, I've already got all the answers for you. Everything that you're going to ask me about, what happens if someone needs a new roof? Don't worry, okay? We put the new roof on and the solar at the same time, and we finance it together, so you never have to pay out of pocket for the new roof, right? We have answers to everything you're thinking, but the first step is just to understand the basics and the concept, because why? This is a discovery call, okay? We're seeing if you guys like this. Can you make 100 grand a month? Absolutely. You can make $1 million a month, $1 million a week. There's no cap on our comp plan, and nor will I ever, I'm recorded here, ever would I put a cap on our comp plan.
Hey, guess what? You made it to the end of the video. I hope you left me a comment down below. I love to read them. Also, subscribe to my channel. I'm making more videos. If you want to order, there's a link in the description. If you want to earn money, there's a link for that too. Have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon.